Hi Leo, we're going to do your love reading. This is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. It is general, as you know. So no worries if it doesn't resonate. Just check your other placements. Partnership and alliances. Okay. Well, I'd say that's pretty appropriate. So, we want the partnership. We feel the partnership, but it's not really a partnership or an alliance if it's one-sided. And no matter how strong the connection is, if it's one-sided, it is not healthy for you. Okay? It's damaging. So my point is you can love this person, you can love them, ferociously love them, but you still have to love yourself enough to recognize that this is not the time, or it's got to be mutual. The give and take has to be mutual. It's got to be recognized. And just by nature, none of us appreciate as much something that comes too easy. And if you just if you get 20 texts from someone a day, it's like, it's plentiful. So it's not, it's not as special as if you're, get one a day, or you are, looking at your phone to see if that person texts you. People can't miss us or miss you if you're too, plentiful, I guess is the word. Okay, I'm going to draw. I'm going to cut and draw. I'm actually going to put this back. Okay. All right. Let's see. Wow. We have sacrifice. Okay. And I feel like that's what's happening. I feel like so many of you guys are sacrificing your own happiness for someone else, Temptation, transformation, heartache, and loss. All right, so let's see what these messages are. Sacrifice. Oh, wow, they're all black and blue. It's interesting. Let's see. So three of these are major arcana. Okay. I've got transformation pulled up. I hope I'm talking loud enough. Okay, sacrifice. Powerful achievements are usually born as a result of great sacrifice. This card represents self-sacrifice of a time when you should look around your life to see what needs to be released. By surrendering and letting go, there will be more room to receive. Wow. The rewards for this transformation are wisdom, gratitude, and enlightenment. The card signifies there's a situation happening or about to occur in your life, and you can't control the outcome. This would be a good moment to pause, rest, have patience, reflect, and meditate. It would be wise to stand back so you can learn to look at events with a more understanding, intuitive eye. Try to view people, issues, or problems from a different perspective. If you can achieve this, it will have a profound effect on your soul and your life. The solutions you seek may be slow in coming, for it could be necessary to live into the answers, accept the things that you can't control, heal, and leave the past behind. Move toward your future and watch for your new doors opening, paths that are being shown to you. This is equivalent to the Hangman. So, powerful message, guys. Okay, so the answers you seek could be slow in coming. So how long are you willing to go on suffering, right? When you're suffering, I believe, is attracting more suffering. It's drawing it in, it's keeping the vibration low, and it's just perpetuating the suffering. Okay, let's go to number 15. I can tell you already that's going to be the Devil card. Through this card, addictions and self-limiting behaviors are being addressed. This is a time when you or someone else in your life may be placing too much emphasis on the material physical world and its pleasures. Even though we're all born connected to the source, to the divine source, we have a tendency to pull away from what was once natural. When we become disconnected from spirit, the source that once nourished us is often replaced with a different supplier substitute. In other words, the connection is then forged with food, alcohol, nicotine, codependency to someone, or even work, hence the term workaholic. Many of us spend our lives trying to fill the void that was created when the link of the divine was broken. So if you lose connection with the divine, you fall into temptation, or it would, could be addiction. And this could be, self-medicating or drinking, or for a lot of us, or you guys in Twin Flame situation, it could be codependency. You're only happy when you hear from this person. You're only happy when they show you attention. And again, I believe that is perpetuating more of what you're getting, right? So this is right on target, saying to you, it's calling you to take a hard look at the life and ask yourself, where in my life am I suffering from addictive behavior? Is there negative thinking or behavior that's causing the life force to seep out of my soul? It's sucking you dry, right? It's sucking the positive energy. Learn to embrace your fears and all your doubts so that every situation in your life becomes a learning experience. Gaining the knowledge that the physical world teaches will help you transcend to a higher spiritual awareness. Oh my gosh. And then we have transcend or transformation. Wow. Okay. I'm excited now because I was really hoping we'd get a great message. So temptation, this is, I need to read that part of it again. I just got so excited. Okay. We've pulled away from the divine source because we've gotten caught up in what we want instead of trusting, right? And it's disconnected us. The source, which once nourished us, it's replaced with a different. So we're trying to get our nourishment from either a drug or alcohol or codependency from this person. We're relying on this person to nourish us and feed us, and instead of source. And it's just such a bad cycle. So this is saying to transform, you need to learn to embrace your fears and all the doubts and accept it as a learning experience. And isn't that what I said? The twin flame journey is the point of it is for us to learn and grow, but we get stuck in this self-pity and misery, and we circle the loop. And how do we fix it? And we go round and around the loop. So we go through the sequence of events and we go, well, what if did I miss something? How does this not make sense? But we just circle the loop and we get back to the same place. Nothing's changed. There's no new answers, but we continue to circle the loop. And I want to find a way to break that loop, right? So this is saying to embrace it. Embrace that this, kind of like what I was saying earlier, you embrace that you love this person, and just because you're not together doesn't mean that you can't love them or that it's not really a twin. Embrace that this is your twin, you love them, and you're not together. Embrace that pain, accept it. This is going to be painful. This is painful, but I can accept it. I can't change it. So nothing you do is going to change it. The best chance you have of changing it would be to better yourself, raise your vibration, which will raise their vibration. If you guys are connected in the 5D, I'm not saying don't think about this person, but don't let them don't let them consume you. Let your self-love and self-growth consume you. Let's look at transformation. Okay. I'm going to look at it with you. She looks like she's got, she's got wings. And, wow. Third eye. Looks like she's flying on something. I don't know. You guys let me know if you know what this thing is. I see an eye. Okay, let's look at that. Transformation. A time of endings is close at hand. Don't resist the abrupt changes that are suddenly happening in your life. These could be taking place in your spirit, in your personal life, relationships, business, or career. You have the strength, as the transformation card asks you, to have the courage and to know that renewal follows every conclusion. I think if you guys just decide, make a conscious decision, I'm going to stop sacrificing myself. I'm going to make a conscious decision to grow my own self-love, grow myself, focus on me, embrace the pain, embrace that I can't control this, okay? I think that will help you with your transformation. You have the strength, as the transformation card asks you, to have courage and to know that renewal follows every conclusion. This card comes forth to remind you that the death of an old way of thinking and believing must occur before you can move forward on your new path. Exactly. Transformation is all about the ebb and flow of cycles. Nothing in this life remains motionless. Everything is on its way to somewhere. Accept the changes, and opportunity will come to expand you in more ways than you could ever imagine. You can't live in the past. It's time to move on. In order to take the next positive step, you should look closely at your own life and ask yourself, are there loose ends that need to be tied up? Are there people in my life whom I need to express myself to? What needs to be completed so I have a fresh start? When you do so, you'll have a stronger, more reinforced foundation to carry you through the new beginnings that await you. Okay, just lost two thoughts that came through. One was, when we get, if you get consumed with something that is, your focus, like, sucks you dry, other things in your life start to fall behind. So I think if you can, accept that you're going to have to let go of this, stop sacrificing your own happiness, accept that and make a conscious decision, accept that this is painful, accept that there's love and you might not be together. I lost it again. Darn it. Oh, the other things in your life fall behind. You fall behind on, maybe it's keeping up with your house, maybe it's clutter. And maybe it's a to-do list, maybe it's work, maybe it's some leads you need to call, maybe it's, organizing your notes or your bills or whatever. But all those things that get piled up on us because we're so consumed with something else, whatever it is, those things have a negative energy too. So if you can just one by one start working towards that, and breaking, just start scratching stuff off that list. If you can start decluttering, and I feel like some of you just have stuff piled up and it feels too big, put stuff that you in a box and save it for later, but put it in your garage if you can't get through it all. But I really feel like some of you need to declutter, and because it's cluttering your mind. It's got all the clutter has energy. Everything has energy. And then there was another, I can't remember, another message came through. I hope it comes back. And then we have heartache and loss. So that's not a major arcana, but let's look at that. Let's see. Is that indigo? Yes. Okay, so this is indigo. Isn't that pretty? It's a pretty color. The meaning of this card revolves around disappointment, sorrow, and separation, which can cause upheaval and distress. It takes all the strength you have at this moment in order to move past the pain and heal your heart. I know what I was going to say. It just came to me. Energy, as you guys know, energy ebbs and flows. And that was something that was in one of the messages, or I heard it. But energy is always moving. It's kind of an illusion. So no matter what they're thinking or how they're feeling towards you right now, that could change in next week, next month, next year, in 5 minutes, because energy constantly flows. So don't stress on no contact, or don't stress on, if you feel the energy not there. It's always changing. And again, the best thing you can do is pull back, lean back, get into your feminine energy, in a loving spirit. And, when we're in our feminine energy, we're open to receive. And when we're in our masculine energy, we feel more aggressive. We feel like we have to get stuff done. We have to take action. But that hasn't worked so far, right? So, and neither has dwelling on it. I feel a lot of you have just tried everything, and no matter what, you pull back, it doesn't work. You send the cutest message, it doesn't work. You try no contact, it doesn't work. I think because the energy is still there. So find a way to acknowledge the pain, accept that it's painful, accept that you don't have control, and give it to the 5D, give it to spirit. You may only be together in the 5D. You may not be together here, but your chances of reconciling and being together here are much greater if you lean back, get into your feminine energy, and let it go. Okay, back to the card. Disappointment, sorrow, separation, which can cause upheaval and distress. It takes all the strength you have at this moment in order to move past the pain and heal your heart. The love that has been given to another should now be focused on you. Oh my gosh, this is exactly what we're saying here, okay? I think you guys are feeling this too. Although you might look at this card as being negative, it can act as a tremendous catalyst, encouraging you to move on. The painful experiences of life are just as valuable as the joyous ones. You may not appreciate that sentiment at this challenging time, but life does have a way of pushing you forward, even though you may not always know the final destination. As you endure this period, learn not to dwell on the past, but use your strong mental control to deal with your emotions. Have faith in knowing you will get through this. Okay, guys. All right. I feel like we could be done, but let's see if we can get something from this Angel Oracle Cards Daily Guidance. So I think we know what we have to do. And we just have to do it. Let's see if we can get any more guidance. Those were some powerful messages, and they pretty perfectly correlated to what my message.